the throat cream, and PRAI is a, Kathy Kangas brings us PRAI. It's a line of skincare from Kathy, who was a executive in a very prestigious skincare company that spent a lot of money on advertising and supermodels. And what she wanted to do is make skincare affordable for everybody, and started the line PRAI with all the best ingredients. Now, what she's done here is their #1 seller is their throat and décolleté cream, the #1 seller across the board, and put it in this really adorable, look at the double pandas on this all the way around, sparkly. I think it's so adorable. Look at that. And then the top. And then, you know, after you're done using it, you can, of course, use that limited edition container for many, if you want to keep your jewelry or bobby pins or whatever in there. But here's the before and after. Now, a lot of women, and I'm talking about people in my generation, if you're over 50, a lot of us, okay, oh my gosh, I've got like the #11s, I've got the crow's feet, I've got to dress this, I've got to dress that. We tend to kind of forget about our neck. And then we're like, okay, you can really see the age of somebody by just looking at that area. But what PRAI has done, they have the #1 selling throat cream across any skincare line, and it's the #1 seller in their line, and it is a huge customer pick on hsn.com. Everybody loves it, and you're gonna get it home for $9.50 and free shipping and handling. However, if you have an HSN card, your flex pay is even lower than that. It's only $7.60. Now, this is formulated to restore that fragile skin around your neck. Now, it's not the same as the skin on your face. You don't have oil glands, so it's actually more difficult to keep hydrated. It has that great PRAI oil in it, and shea butter, hyaluronic acid, all this hydrating, and then the squalene, which is an ingredient for firming and kind of redoing that scaffolding that was so well put together when we're young, and it recontours the neck and décolleté area, kind of lifting it up, bringing it up. If you're somebody that looks in the mirror and does this a lot, and this, and this, then you're gonna love this, this product, because it brings out, you know, not only hydrating, but kind of builds that scaffolding back. Now, this is after using the PRAI Ageless Throat and Décolleté Cream after 1 week. 1 week. So, by the way, it doesn't matter how old you are. You may say, oh, well, wait a minute, you know, that ship has sailed for me. It's too late. It's never too late to see a difference in your skincare. This is a lightweight, glide-on formula, absorbs with minimal blending, and by the way, don't, you know, push it in. You don't want to stretch the skin. Just sort of tap it in, and it really helps optimize your elasticity in that area. So these are things that as we age go away. It's all, you see that sagging, you see the lines, you see the elasticity go, the firming go, the hydration go. This is all the things that PRAI addresses, and that's my favorite before and after, where you really can see the lines that go across your neck as you get older really, really diminish, and this is why it's such a big customer pick on hsn.com. It has vitamin E in it. It's got the hyaluronic acid and mulberry, grapefruit extract, a lot of great ingredients, and it's going to help the appearance of your skin in that delicate throat area that's so difficult to address. It's not the same as, you know, an eye cream. It's not the same as addressing like the #11s. This is specifically created, formulated for the throat and décolleté. It is the #1 selling throat cream here at HSN. It is a big customer pick, and it is not like, oh, you know, it just barely made a customer pick. It is almost a perfect 5-star customer pick. You can see that 5th star is halfway colored in. So I would really like you to give it a try. Now you get a 30, oh, a lot of people are picking this up, Dan. Okay, yeah, it's the very first airing of the day, the first time back in, and let's be honest, the pandas are so cute. And I'll tell you something about the founder, Kathy Kangas. She gives, donates a portion of the proceeds of this line to animal charities. She's very, very animal friendly, never tested on animals, and I know that she'd love the little cute pandas on there. It's just, it's really very beautiful packaging. But when we open it up, I want to show you that the scaffolding, you can see from the way that the texture is. You see that kind of texture is what that's doing is it's rebuilding, firming the elasticity. Well, you can see that, look at that. And that is the texture of that cream. And it is specifically designed and formulated for this neck area. That neck area, of course, want not, waste not. Okay, there you go. Item number 466046. And then we're gonna have a full presentation at 4 p.m. This is the first time it's